see you now.
Yes, we are well set now.
Yes, but I think this is not going to be good for, uploading onto YouTube. But we can always do another live. I think let's just get it going because we have the time now. It's been allocated. So I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing people joining because no one's joined yet. On the red corner page, not many people actually join. Maybe I should just connect it to Facebook as well. Let me just check. Do you also want to connect it to Facebook? And you're using your phone, hey?
Yes, but are we now on Zoom?
No, we're live on Facebook.
Oh, I see.
But I just want to share it to my, actually it's on my page as well. So I'm not sure whether it's connected on my page.
And no
so we
one
can have
is
it, it's fine. It's fine. Let's have a chat.
Yeah, let's have a chat.
Okay, are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, so whoever's watching, we've got Disebo Pesa, who is from Johannesburg. You are from Johannesburg, right?
Pretoria, yes, but it's Johannesburg area.
Pretoria, that is so close to me. Well, anyway, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm doing so well, Doc, and how are you?
Just call me Shamila. I love when people call me Shamila because I get different versions of Shamila.
Okay, Shamila, I'm very well, and how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's good to have you, and I'm so sorry that you've been having challenges with connecting on Zoom. But you know what? It's not a train smash. We can still have a chat, and then we can connect some other time on Zoom.
Yeah, let's do that.
Awesome. So welcome to the Red Corner Show. I think it's connected on my personal page, but it's fine. I'll just share it across later. Thank you for coming on the show. And I think you're going to share a lot of inspiration and motivate a lot of people as well in terms of what you do as the founder, executive director, and a mentor. So welcome again. And do you maybe just want to take us through and just give a brief overview or a little bit about your background?
Yeah, as you mentioned, I am currently a professional in public service. I'm an executive director, a writer, a mentor. And yeah, those are my roles because I think I have a calling in making an impact, a broader impact at all levels. As you know, we use the spheres, the 3 spheres in the country, but obviously internationally as well, because I believe that you put it very well when you say the world needs you. So why should we not share whatever we have, the information, the experience, the knowledge, because that will make a good difference in humanity. So I ventured into the spaces because initially I wanted to be a chartered accountant. However, plans changed at the last minute when my father came and said, no, I wanted to go very far where I was accepted. And he said, no, you should just be here around in the Free State so that if something happens in the family, you can be around and there will be possibilities of us attending whatever, or if there's a need for a meeting. So when I went there in January at the varsity, obviously my first choice was full. I had to look for the second option. Luckily, I had already gone through the Anglo-DBS recruitment program. And people who were facilitating that were actually very good and they inspired me. So I ventured into economic and management sciences, which is good for where I am at because I get to interact with people a lot and on a daily basis, as opposed to if I was a CA, I think I wouldn't be having this life with you. So yeah, that's why I'm here now.
Lovely. So, yeah, I believe when we grow up, we have these ideas of what we want to do at some point in our lives, but it never happens like that. We always tend to take different paths. But I think eventually, as you get older, you find that, you actually know where your passion lies and you tend to do more and you're driven more towards that. But you said you're in the public sector now.
Yeah, I work as a professional on one of the teams in the public sector. So that's where I serve. And the work I do now is as a way of giving back and also to contribute in business. So I'm a professional in the public sector.
Awesome. And your humanitarian work, what do you do in terms of community development? Because I know you're very involved in communities as well.
Yeah, like if you see, I have those two businesses. One is called My Differentiator, and another one is called World of Leaders. It's about empowering young leaders, those who aspire to be like chartered accountants, scientists, like future leaders to make an impact. So in humanity, I serve a lot on many other platforms. Like I get to be invited to be a panelist. Um, at Yali, the one for Young African Leaders Initiative, which is the signature for President Obama. I get to be invited there as one of the panel members, and I speak to leaders in various fields like architects, scientists. You mentioned them, engineers. They come from all over the continent, and then I sit on the panel, and then they ask questions about their businesses to say, now that you have experience, how can you advise me to solve a certain problem? From your experience, how do you advise me to solve a particular problem in my business? And then they will give that particular problem. And obviously, because we are a panel, then we answer from that. So that's how I empower them. And also, I get to be invited when this Mandela Washington fellows come back from the USA. I get to be invited by the council, I mean the US Embassy. I get to be a guest there. Also, as a mentor, I normally have an annual leadership seminar where I gather young people, young leaders to come and share their experiences and to have a peer-to-peer experience where they share their own experiences from where they are, various universities, and their future dreams. Yeah, so that's how I contribute broadly.
And how do you recruit young leaders for that program?
You know, I think this thing is just natural because from high school, actually all my life, primary through high school, I used to take position one all my life. And yes, you know that when you are a top achiever, everybody flocks to you to say, we see you grasp content material very quickly. So how can you advise me to grasp, let's say, for instance, business management, economics, accounting? Because we seem to be very slow. So I've always been surrounded by people asking for solutions, and then I would offer my time to show them or to advise. And that has followed me even into the workplace when I started and when I was working for government, when I joined. And obviously the young interns would look up to me and say, how can we get where you are as one of the leaders, as one of the people in management? And that also catapulted and overflowed into, like, became a snowball. And then we started also bringing in the high school learners from various schools in around Pretoria, Mamelodi, Soshanguve, into my workplace where we have a program with professionals like CAs, legal people like your lawyers, your advocates. And then they will take them through career guidance to say, and obviously I'll be facilitating that through the approval or permission of my director general. And then we gather them in one room and they take them through various courses, various fields, how to become a CA, the things you need to do. And then now this thing has been growing broadly because now they would want a one-on-one session where they can shadow these professionals in their workplace. However, because our work is highly confidential, secret, and classified, that approach could not work. That's why I ventured now into saying I needed to come up with a vehicle through which I drive these initiatives and to fast track the developments and all that, so that by the time they go to university, they already know their choices are clear and they know processes and systems they need to follow to get them to the right place, as opposed to us. Because growing up, also, this is very critical. We didn't have mentors, we didn't have career guidance. So I realized that if I don't step up and use my knowledge as people are demanding or coming to me to approach me, then some people who are not as driven or strong might fall behind. And then as a way of keeping everybody on board and not leaving anyone behind. That's how I pursued this. And as you know, Free State is leading.
Is that what actually,
to
Disebo, can you see me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you.
Seems like you're breaking up on my side. Can you see me clearly? Because I can't see you very clearly. Is it clear?
I can. Yes, it's clear.
I think we're having a connection problem.
I can still see you.
Okay. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
I don't think this live is working very well for me, but we'll just go on. So I think I can see where your passion comes from, in terms of working with all the young people and being in that leadership role, and trying to assist them. But what initially triggered off that the mentorship programs?
I think it's the demands, and also, like I said, it's an inborn capability. Then I realized that because most of my teachers and people around me would say, you have a calling to build people beyond your professional life.
Okay, I just want to see if we connected here because it's just, there's something going on my side. I'm not sure what's going on. Sorry. We're not winning with technology today. Okay. It says that I'm live from a messenger room, so I don't know how that happened. I'm not sure if people can actually join the chat because it's showing as a room here. But I think let's just carry on, and maybe I can share it later on. Can you hear me? Yeah, we're not having a chat here. Okay.
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
it's. I'm just not winning on my side today. I'm not sure what's going on. Can we maybe just reschedule this chat?
Yes, but can you save the portion?
Okay, let's do this. Disebo, what is your power message to women out there for International Women?
For my message
Disebo?
is yes, my message is give yourself off wholeheartedly, because you'll never know who might be inspired by your service. And I like how the professor of strategy puts it. If you know, Tos Vista, he says you need to look at things from the point of value proposition, and from there you ask yourself, what capabilities do I have, and why are we doing what we are doing in the first place, and how are we going to do that, and where are we going to locate ourselves, and then from there, how are we going to get there? To answer those questions, you need to look at that from a point of a resource-based view, to say, do I have the right resources to pursue or to answer these questions? And once you have that, you ask yourself a question to say, how best can I exploit the unique resources that I have at my disposal? So those are the questions that I think women can ask themselves on a continuous basis as we lead in this country.
Yes, absolutely. I so agree with you. But in terms of the, we talk about Women's Month and we emphasize the inequalities that we all are facing. We're not where we are supposed to be. What is your view on that, and what do you think can be done in the short term? I would say to put some measures in place in terms of inequalities and just add to the progress in getting more women seen and heard and having that seat at the boardroom table. Yes, for sure. Disebo, where to from here in terms of your businesses?
In terms of my businesses from here, particularly around World of Leaders, we aspire to be the number one global leadership that when it comes to economic empowerment and entrepreneurship. So I would like to see more young people or all of us in business as opposed to being employees, because then we will create more jobs, and when we create more jobs I think we can serve on a very large scale, because each one of us, imagine each one of us.
Wonderful. Well done on that. And how did COVID affect that? Are you doing online seminars and conferences now? Disebo, are you there? Yes. Okay, go on. Okay, go on. Perfect. Disebo, it wasn't the best chat ever because of technology and all the problems we're having, and we couldn't do the Zoom chat. I think I'm definitely going to reschedule because I'd like to have a proper chat with you. You've got so much to share, and I know that you will inspire a lot of people. So definitely we will reschedule, and I wish you all the best, and we will be in touch. It's a pleasure. Do you have a final message for everyone watching? Awesome. Thank you so much. And to everyone watching, I'm so sorry with the technical problems that we're having. I'm not sure if you can hear us properly or even see us properly. But thank you so much for joining. And we're going to reschedule and do a proper Zoom chat. And we will be back. Thank you so much. Bye.